DeWanna Bonner situation is never ending.
DeWanna Bonner has ruined her legacy.
We're not questioning Natasha Howard.
DeWanna Bonner has ruined her legacy in about a month.
But you're moving on to another team. That's not really...
Did not thank the fans of America's clearly America's team.
Immediately posting song lyrics to a song called We Not Done.
DeWanna Bonner thought she could walk away quietly after betraying Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. But Natasha Howard had other plans.
It's bad for Caitlin Clark that the vet that you admired so much that you worked to get in. It's not a good look for the WNBA that the big marquee signing for the biggest team in the league.
Re-signing Ari McDonald, Bonner has been away from the team since June 12, missing 5 games for fake personal reasons.
Just moments after Bonner forced her way off the team, Howard fired back with a scorching message that fans instantly recognized as a direct shot. We not done.
She did not follow DeWanna Bonner a day ago, but on her Instagram story today, 54 minutes ago, obviously after the whole DeWanna Bonner situation, we not done. Yeah, we not done.
No name mentioned, no filter needed. Everyone knew exactly who it was for. This wasn't just shade. It was a declaration. A veteran teammate had just quit on the most-watched rookie in WNBA history.
Not a good situation all around for the Fever, but at least we're not questioning Natasha Howard's effort. We're not questioning she wants to be there. And you know what? DeWanna Bonner just being gone, and there not being any talk of DeWanna Bonner coming back. And when it's all said and done, the Fever were not in the wrong in this scenario. I'm absolutely fine with this all being mishandled when the Fever are not in the wrong. I don't blame Kelly Krauskopf for this.
And Natasha wasn't about to let it slide. With one post and a fierce on-court presence, she didn't just respond. She torched Bonner's image and made one thing clear. If you turn your back on this team, your career might not survive the fallout.
Bonner did not intend to return to the Fever. In 9 games with the Fever, Bonner averaged 7 points, 4 rebounds in about 21 minutes. A 16-year veteran was a coveted free agent signing for the Indiana Fever and hoped she would bring some veteran leadership to a young court.
DeWanna Bonner's betrayal didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, calculated exit that left fans stunned and teammates blindsided. At the peak of Caitlin Clark's rising influence in the league, Bonner, a veteran with years of experience, was expected to be a pillar of leadership.
Anybody with any common sense is not stupid when you see this. So DeWanna Bonner is, of course, waived. She was disgruntled. We talked about the fact that she wasn't getting the minutes that she was getting last year, yada, 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 right? Her minutes dropped from 32 minutes last year down to 21 this year, and that's with 3 starts. She started 39 games last year.
Instead, she became the one who walked away when the team needed her most. The first red flag, Bonner's sudden personal absence. No injury, no clear reason, just silence. Fans were left confused. Where was she? Why wasn't she suiting up?
Jason Whitlock, DeWanna Bonner, disappeared for personal reasons. The WNBA seems to be a little more casual than the men's professional leagues.
And as soon as cap space magic's up for the India or for the Phoenix Mercury, DeWanna Bonner is refusing to play for the Fever. As soon as it becomes feasible for Bonner to go and play for the Mercury and make her money and still get a good chunk of her money, she's out. She's out with the Fever. Was it the plan all along? Who knows? Who knows? But this is just a bad look in general. It's a bad look in general. She has told all the other teams, don't even try get me.
And why was the team giving vague answers? While the Fever battled through games, taking hits and pushing for chemistry, Bonner was nowhere in sight, and the frustration inside the locker room grew louder. Then came the truth. Bonner had been working behind the scenes, orchestrating her exit, manipulating her situation to force a trade. She didn't just leave, she bailed. No goodbye, no accountability, just gone.
The Indiana Fever and hoped she would bring some veteran leadership to a young court. Bonner put out, I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever for the opportunity to be a part of the Fever franchise. Despite our shared goals and excitement heading into the season, I felt the fit did not work out, and I appreciate the organization's willingness to grant my request to move on. Particularly at this point in my career, I wish the Fever great success as they continue to build around this dynamic group of young players. Man, whatever, bro. We should have held her hostage. You ain't going nowhere. How about that? You gonna sit out your 16th season in? How about that?
And in the middle of all of it was Caitlin Clark, taking the hits, shouldering the blame, and carrying the team without her most experienced teammate even showing up.
I think it's fully understandable. And we gotta talk about this because she is currently forcing her way towards a team and by refusing to play. Like, that is straight up, like, in my opinion, it's a crazy thing. It's like she's entered a transfer portal with a do not contact tag. She is forcing her way towards one team. She's acting like a mid-season free agent. And it's genuinely just, it's a bad look for the league. It's a bad look for the league that one of the greats of all time are doing this.
Fans were furious. What was once seen as a respected legacy player had now become the face of quitting. While Clark gave everything, fighting through double teams, physical play, and constant media pressure, Bonner checked out. The betrayal wasn't just about leaving the team. It was about turning her back on a player who needed her support more than ever.
I think she played bad on purpose. She plummeted her stock to the point where it's not like we could trade her. It's official. It is official, y'all. We have waived DeWanna Bonner per a source. League sources told the Indy Star. And we're also re-signing Ari McDonald, which is good news. We all wanted Ari back, right? That's good news. But we got to tackle this DeWanna Bonner thing first. Bonner did not intend to return to the Fever. In 9 games with the Fever, Bonner averaged 7 points, 4 rebounds in about 21 minutes. The 16-year veteran was a coveted free agent signing for the Indiana Fever and hoped she would bring some veteran leadership to a young court.
And that's what made it personal. That's why when Natasha Howard stepped in, the whole league paid attention.
We not done. Yeah, we not done.
I mean, I'm just saying, unless they bow down to you. Unless they bow down to you and just give you a starting position. But honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the Mercury don't even need you. The Mercury don't even need you over there, man. And, you know, now they're going to throw a monkey wrench into the plans over there. Now that coach has to figure out, oh, okay, how can I keep DeWanna Bonner happy?
Natasha Howard didn't need a microphone to make her message loud and clear. After DeWanna Bonner ghosted the Indiana Fever and betrayed the very culture the team was trying to build, Howard responded in the way real leaders do, directly, boldly, and without hiding behind media spin.
Immediately posting song lyrics to a song called We Not Done. We not done. Yeah, we not done. She's out going posting We Not Done. And I don't know, again, I'm not going to say there's a shot at DeWanna Bonner, because at the end of the day, there is a non-zero chance that she sat down all the team, apologized to the team, said it wasn't working out, and while they'll be pissed, maybe there's no hard feelings personally there.
Her now viral Instagram story said it all. We not done. Just 3 words, but to fans, teammates, and the entire league, it landed like a bomb. Howard wasn't subtle. She didn't tag Bonner. She didn't drop a name. But everyone watching knew exactly who the target was. The timing was undeniable. Right after Bonner forced her trade, right after she walked away from Caitlin Clark and the team mid-season, and right after the Fever had to adjust on the fly to cover her absence.
For you saying move on, I'm thinking move on like you're retiring, right? I will see if that's the case. But you're moving on to another team. That's not really moving on. That's just quitting, all right? Say it for what it is, man. You quit on the team. You gave up. And honestly, man, it doesn't look good. This is a terrible way to go about it, especially for you to be looked at as a leader. Yeah, man, this is a terrible way to go about it. You know, you're not setting a great example here, man.
Natasha's post wasn't just a statement. It was a warning. You don't abandon your team and expect to be celebrated. And the message didn't stop there. On the court, Howard backed it up. She brought unmatched energy, diving for loose balls, setting hard screens, and standing tall when Clark took hard hits. The kind of effort Bonner had been refusing to give in her final weeks.
If Natasha is the reason DeWanna Bonner's not returning, okay, Natasha Howard will say nothing bad about you for at least a couple of days. Calling out DB, basically saying I won't quit on the team. I don't take it like that. I think a lot of people are taking it like that. I take it as her saying, you know, she's gone, but we're not. We're not out. She might be out, but we're not out. We're not done.
Her play didn't just boost the team, it sent a signal. This is what loyalty looks like. While Bonner went quiet, no press, no public thanks, no explanation, Howard became a voice of the locker room. She didn't need flashy headlines to defend Caitlin. She showed up, suited up, and stood up. Fans immediately embraced her for it. Her following grew. Her highlights got more love. She wasn't just playing, she was protecting the culture Bonner tried to walk away from. And behind all of it was one unshakable truth. Caitlin Clark didn't just need teammates with talent. She needed teammates with character.
DeWanna Bonner is telling teams not to sign her. She sat out for the Fever. She pulled a Jimmy Butler. She pulled a Ben Simmons. This is not right. It is not right. And this league, people in the league and the media in the league are so scared to speak negatively on players. They're so scared to speak negatively on players that even when they mess up, why would any player not do this, by the way?
Natasha Howard understood that. And when Bonner turned her back, Howard turned up. Her 3-word message became a rally cry, and her actions showed that real leaders don't quit. They confront, they compete, and they call out betrayal when it threatens the mission. In the eyes of many fans, that moment didn't just define the week, it redefined both players. Bonner's silence screamed guilt. Howard's response screamed loyalty. And in a league that thrives on narrative, this one just became impossible to ignore.
The media are going to be scared to call her out. The media are going to be scared to call out DeWanna Bonner on this for clearly being in the wrong. And like you can say, and by the way, you could simultaneously make the argument of she made a huge mistake in the summer and she wanted to get the Phoenix and she didn't care how she did it. That she was looking out for herself, which she did what's best for her. But like, sometimes what's best for her is just wrong. In life, sometimes what is best for you is just objectively a wrong situation.
DeWanna Bonner's decision to walk away didn't just cost her a starting spot. It may have permanently stained her legacy. Once celebrated as a veteran leader, Bonner is now being viewed through a very different lens. As the player who quit on her team at the height of a historic movement, with Caitlin Clark at the center of it all.
Re-signing Ari McDonald, Bonner has been away from the team since June 12th, missing 5 games for fake personal reasons. Wasn't nothing wrong. You was mad that you got benched, and you always was gonna find a way out no matter what, and we know that.
That's ridiculous, man. It's childish. It's unprofessional.
Fans didn't hold back. Social media turned ice cold toward Bonner, with posts calling her selfish, disloyal, and a locker room liability. The narrative shifted rapidly. No longer was she seen as a seasoned pro bringing experience to the Fever. She was now seen as a player who couldn't handle the heat of a team evolving beyond her control. And while she faded into silence, her career took the hit. Endorsements, quiet, press coverage, vanished.
In general, it's something that the Indiana Fever just have to deal with and try to work through. And it doesn't seem like there's much of a locker room rift in the team, because you've seen like Natasha Howard posting on her Instagram story about "we not done," the team celebrating after the win, Damiris Dantas posting about the entire team.
Her brand, once tied to leadership and grit, was now wrapped in whispers of betrayal and jealousy. Meanwhile, Natasha Howard's stock soared. Her fierce loyalty to the team and her public stand against the drama won over fans instantly. And more importantly, it re-centered the attention where it belonged, on Caitlin Clark and the Fever's mission to rebuild with purpose. Howard stepped into the leadership void Bonner left behind and made it clear that this locker room would no longer tolerate fakeness, passive aggression, or players who aren't all in.
Her legacy is going to be a quitter. Doesn't matter what she's done in her career. I don't mean it's a bad look for Caitlin Clark, but it's a bad look specifically for Caitlin Clark. It's a bad look. It's bad for Caitlin Clark that the vet that you admired so much, that you worked to get in.
Behind the scenes, insiders confirmed what many fans suspected. Bonner's attitude had been deteriorating for weeks. Reports surfaced that she had clashed with teammates about playing time and was unhappy with the team's focus on Clark.
That you work to bring in, it's clear.
But you're moving on to another team. That's not really moving on. That's just quitting.
The big marquee signing for the biggest team in the league. Just quit. just quit and is now holding out, I'm only going to sign for one team and one team only.
Rather than rise to the challenge, Bonner stepped back. And when it was time to fight through adversity, the way true champions do, she folded. That's what made Natasha Howard's response so powerful. It wasn't just about one Instagram post. It was about drawing a line. She reminded everyone that the Fever are building something bigger than one player's ego. And if that means cutting ties with the past to protect the future, so be it. In a league built on stories, this one couldn't be clearer. Bonner's exit was her downfall.
She's out indefinitely.
DeWanna Bonner has been off the team.
Is officially missing in action
for quite some time now.
DeWanna Bonner has been deleting her Indiana Fever Instagram photos.
Howard's rise was her redemption. And Caitlin Clark? She's still standing because the real ones stayed. The rest got exposed.
She's the GOAT. She's going to show why the world is wanting to watch her play.
2.2 million views, man. Peaked at, average 1.7 million viewership. Ain't no team in the W still doing this, bro. Nobody's doing the numbers the Fever is doing. It's the third most watched WNBA regular season game ever on ESPN.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right, so she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
Yeah, she's so good at basketball.
Because she's that awesome person and she has like a lot of aura, so like.
DeWanna Bonner thought she could walk away without consequences. But Natasha Howard made sure the world remembered what loyalty looks like. In just 3 words and a fearless presence on the court, Howard flipped the script, exposing Bonner's betrayal and reminding everyone what this team stands for. The Fever aren't here for drama. They're here to build. And with Caitlin Clark leading the charge, they don't need players who fold under pressure. They need warriors who rise through it. Bonner's career may never recover from this moment, but the Fever, they just got stronger without her.